So we got 2 boxes of Battles of Legend to open today for you guys. Let's tear straight into them. Got a big eye and another big eye. So we got a snake eye set of big eyes, guys. Now let's check out the pack. So we've got Gamma Seal and Absolute Zero. Cool, we got a lightning. I actually needed me one of those. That is cool. I really like that Stratos, guys. Nice, we got that Chaos Emperor Dragon. And we got one more pack to dig into. Let's see what we got here. There are so many good reprints for this pack, to be honest. I needed that Danko Senka, so that's good. Nice, nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys really seem to enjoy the Sword Duel Disc, so today I'm going to show it off a bit more, a little bit of the work I put in on it. The deck box is fully functional to where you can pull out cards. The graveyard is nice and easy to use, and as you can see, you can pull these cards out, but they're not going to fall, even upside down. The field spell zone is pretty simple to use. You can just slip in cards, and this works pretty much with all of the zones. I've kind of made this new type of dual disc zone with this flexible kind of top. And it lets you slip in cards and they become completely windproof, so you're not going to worry about your cards falling off no matter what angle they're at. The zones for each blade kind of collapse inwards so that it can hide into a 3-zoned dual disc. The deck box rotates so that you can set it however you want with the graveyard, field spell, and deck. And finally, the whole thing collapses into a very small, compact dual disc. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Answering a subscriber question on if you can play 4 copies of one card in a deck due to the Neo Duel stipulations. And the answer is yes, technically. You can play 3 copies of a Red Eyes Black Dragon in your main deck and 1 Neo Red Eyes Black Dragon, because its name will not be treated as Red Eyes Black Dragon, but its name will be treated as a Red Eyes monster. So if you have a card that affects a Red Eyes monster while he's in the Neo zone, that'll definitely work. But if you have a card that says target 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field, that will not work. This guy will be treated as a Neo Red Eyes Black Dragon, or Red Eyes Black Neo Dragon, or whatever the hell you want. But for the most part, you can kind of see that you'll be able to play 4 copies of one card in your deck, because 3 will be in the main deck, and 1 will be there in the extra deck, which is kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are testing if we can make a bad character good again in Duel Links. We're starting with, again, the GORE, the Gyoki player, and tonight I will be joined by some weird heap of metal I found out in the middle of space amongst the stars with my ship. I don't know. It's got an eye in it and it's powering my ship. Let's introduce the duel droid himself to you guys. Is there anything you would like to say to the audience?
First of all, my name's Yu-Gi-Oh 3PO. You can just call me 3PO for short with bad wig. No,
3PO with the bad wig.
I'm just here to help out. That's what I'm here for. You know, I gotta power the ship and things, so really I'm just...
So you don't hold any qualms with me, like chaining you up to the bottom of the ship,
because,
no beef?
My planet was screwed anyway, so, you know.
It's doomed.
At least this way I get to eat something. At least this way I have sustenance.
Can you tell us what happened? How did you get the Millennium Eyes stuck in the skull in your chest?
Have you ever seen the movie Total Recall?
Yes.
This is just some entity that was birthed from the middle of my chest.
He said, what were those things called?
I don't even remember.
The little psychic dudes that come out of the stomach?
Yeah.
There's a whole Rick and Morty episode about
quasies.
that. Yeah.
Little chest quasies.
Alright, so essentially what we're going to be looking at today, guys, we'll be joined by my extra host so that we can have some more commentary, and he'll be reading your comments so that if I'm in the middle of a duel, somebody can get to you so that you have two hosts for the price of one. We'll be checking out the Gyoki deck build that I did from last time. Now, I had a lot of commentators saying, you're going to try and make Gyoki good and it's not going to be good. Well, I made it good. So we turned this deck into a Link 4 toolbox, as you can see. I have access to Boral Sword Dragon in here, and we're going to switch real quick to the Battle HUD so you guys can see the details of the card. But you can see we've got a good Link 4 toolbox for Duel Links in here. And guys, also, just one last thing, let me know if the audio is good for you, and if it's not, make sure you comment so that we can fix that. But it's looking good to me, so we're going to keep going. We don't need too many monsters in this deck outside of a few Link 2s. And a lot of Link 4s, and very rarely I'll use Almirage from a normal summon. But it was much as I suspected from the last episode when we needed Gyoki rematch to actually make a lot of these plays make sense. And once I get into a few duels, I'm going to show you exactly what we mean. I will start out on maybe 2 or 3 test bots, so I'll be able to explain some of these strategies right away. But then we will go straight to testing our metal in some live duels to be able to show you if these combos would work against live actual opponents. And today we'll try to figure out on this basis, on the Link 4 toolbox, if Gyoki the GORE is going to be a good character or a bad character. Let's get straight into a duel.
I don't know how good of a character he's going to be if he's, taking it on poor little Emma over there.
He's going to wrestle the shit out of poor little Emma over here? Yes.
His first punching bag is a 6-year-old girl.
So first, so usually I don't want rematch as one of my first cards. Unfortunately, this is kind of a waste to draw it, but that's okay. You want to add this card to your hand via a Gyoki monster effect. But we're going to go ahead and send this card to the field, to the graveyard. Doesn't really matter which Gyokis you get. It's very similar to what we were doing before. Let's see, we know we're at 10 minutes. Alright, so the strategies with this deck has a lot of good removal, so because I have the ability to slow down and show you guys some things, I will. So first off, if you don't have a copy of one of these, you take one of these, and if you don't have a copy of one of these, take one of these, okay? But what I was talking about with the removal is if you're looking at guys like Gyoki the Grey Ogre and his arrows, they make very easy co-links with little monsters like this, and that gives you the access to remove other cards from the field. Now, if your opponent has a really good field and they're real built up, that might not work so much, but again, this is a toolbox deck, which means it's a bit of a gamble on how strong it's going to be, but it does give you access to a lot of really good monsters. So let's continue with the strategy. So first we're going to play this. This will give us a free Gyoki monster from the graveyard, but unfortunately, when you draw not 2 Gyokis in your hand for your first turn, you don't have access to as many free cards as you would, and you don't have access to activating Gyoki Rematch in your first turn. But you can at least summon stuff like Decode Talker and stuff like that, but you can choose your own Link 3 for that, but we're just going to go for Decode Talker and hope that we get to another Gyoki next turn.
Classic Link.
Classic
Link summoning. First gen Link summoning.
And the reason we're doing this against bots is because I was just hoping to get a couple scenarios in which we can explain kind of what the new strategy versus the old one is for this Gyoki set, because you can't even activate Rematch right now, so it's not really the same, but that's alright. That's okay. Because if I had to, so far, if I had to put this deck somewhere, I'd probably put it somewhere like a rogue category, which means that it's not going to play tier 1, tier 2, but I think it can play competitively if we do some right moves here. So we're going to go into Firewall. Just going to go ahead and... no. We're not going to do that. Damn. Okay, so we're just going to Firewall attack. Okay, that's not so bad. So once you get your 2 Gyokis, this is what I was talking about. So I just happened to we do not want to do that. I use Copy Knight whenever I don't have 2 copies of Suprex, but if you've got a copy of Suprex, don't use Copy Knight because it will cancel out Suprex's effect. Suprex basically will free summon any level, doesn't matter that he was a level 6, it'll free summon any Gyoki. So now we're going to go for somebody like this. I mean, we could go Pinstag, this will let us do piercing damage, and it just needs to affect monsters, but I think I'm going to go for this guy, just to show you guys what I would be doing with this particular combo, and why I said it was a Link 4 toolbox. So, we don't need Firewall's effect, but we do need Suprex, and we do need Bear Hug. So their effects will give me 2 cards, so remember before I said take one of these, and take one of these, and then once you run out of those, you take a Headbat, and if you don't have a Headbat, then the rest don't matter. So, we're going to activate this one. You don't actually care about this field spell's effect. It never goes off fast enough for you to be able to play it, because it needs you to destroy 3 cards in battle, but we're going to destroy the field spell to get a free Monster Reborn on Bear Hug, which is a 2400 monster. And so it's a good beat stick, or it's good link material. We're going to link him away. We're going to go for a 4, so see I got 2, 3, 4, so I should be able to go for +3 effect monsters, and I might even be able to use the token. And sometimes if you can turn the token into something else, then you can use it for another card. So like these guys need effect monsters, but often I'll go for Reguluster because he doesn't need anything. So we'll go for maybe this dude. Okay, so wait. Why is it making me do that? 2 monsters. Oh, accept tokens. Okay, so he's the only accept tokens guy that I got. +2 Gyokis. So going for toolbox. I need 2 of these gone to do what I'm trying to do. That's okay. You know what? That's cool. We're going to do what we're going to do. Because this guy does a need. So we're going to activate his effects. He's going to gain the attack of Firewall Dragon. Then we're going to activate Gyoki Rematch. This will give you another 2 cards, so we can go for the Gyoki we didn't activate this turn, and then anybody else. So this turn, I think we revived 4 monsters so far.
That was quite a bit.
So now we're going to go do this. We're going to turn these 2 Gyokis into a Pinstag. Now this means my guy gets piercing damage this turn. But I don't really need to absolutely do that. We're going to go ahead and take the Headbat. That's fine. because if I happen to draw another Gyoki through my combo this turn, then that means I get another summon. So basically the reason this deck is a Link 4 toolbox is because you can spawn out so many of these guys so quickly that you can climb the Link ladder if you know what you're doing. Sometimes you can get lucky and unlucky with your draw and stuff, but I mean, of course, if you're drawing a handful of Gyokis, you'll likely be able to do what I just did, because all Gyokis give you access to your spell cards. So, let's see, let's go ahead and use his effect. He can destroy a card that he points to, so we're just going to skip over the piercing damage and destroy their monster completely, and then we're just going to attack them directly. So this is a one-hit kill if they can't stop it, usually, right? Like, because that's 6,000 or 4,500 damage.
Right. And
So,
like in a normal situation where they just get 4,000 life points, correct?
So I'm going to go ahead and show you why Headbat is a reason, a card that we would use. So, like, first I'm going to summon Claw and see if we can get rid of him for something. I'm going to use Copy Knight. Cool thing about using Copy Knight is it actually copies the name of the monster. So this is also a Gyoki monster over here. Right. Just kind of crazy. Oh, I guess we can't climb no more. But we can activate this. We're going to copy the attack of a monster in our graveyard. So this dude. We're going to keep using his effect to destroy cards that he points to destroy their cards, because he can clear their back row.
Oh, wow, it's literally just a sweeper. It's just a whole...
Yeah. People very much will underestimate regular...
Emma, no!
Yeah.
Poor Emma. He's all douchey. He's like, yeah.
He's like happy. He just like clobbered this little girl.
Beat up a 6-year-old.
Jesus Christ, yeah. He just clobbered this poor child.
It's actually pretty funny.
Alright, so we'll try one more, so hopefully we get a different hand to be able to show you a bit of a better like lesson, and then we'll play somebody better like Playmaker. I feel so
much better about this guy.
This guy deserves it.
I feel better.
This guy looks like
Jay.
a smug bitch, okay? Like
it's a generic name, Jay. It's not even a name, it's a letter. Sheesh.
They couldn't even fill the whole thing out.
Yeah, I couldn't even come up with something. It was just like, just leave it at the first letter. That's good enough.
Alright, so this is not too bad. So, this is not too bad at all. So, the weakest turn with the Gyokis, I feel like, is always usually the opening turn without Suprex, but it's not bad. So, we got Fires of Doomsday. We've got Outstretch, which basically negates half of any damage that you take. All the Gyokis have the same ability where they get you a free card if you play them. So your safest bet is still to always just play a Gyoki, whether it's an attack and defense mode, doesn't matter. The 0 defense thing generally works out for you because it means if you do defend with it, they will die. You want them to die because then they'll actually get you a free card.
Right.
So she has 15, he's got 16, no reason to do that. We're going to leave it alone. We're just going to leave him just like that. This is always like the first and most weakest turn. We're going to use Fires of Doomsday to see what we can turn him into. Sometimes you can turn him into shit. My favorite thing to do with this is to turn these guys into this, because it's the only monster that doesn't care that they're tokens.
Literally just used nothing to create him.
Right. Because he just needs 2 monsters. And so sometimes I'll use him after I've already made my big monster and use his ability to bounce their card back. Or sometimes I'll just use him to climb the Link ladder. Right. So now I've got a free summon, so I can summon this guy. Boom. And now we can go into a Link summon. This is going to be a Link 4 right out the gate. So let's go into a Boral Sword Dragon, everybody. And then we still get +2 cards.
Right.
So Boral Sword Dragon. We use Iron Claw, yes.
I would just like to say it's crazy the consistency here. Like how you've barely looked at any of these cards for 2 seconds apiece.
Right.
And you've just kind of been, completing this puzzle.
So check this out.
It's fascinating to watch.
We're gonna pause on a Gyokis for a second, and we're gonna go ahead and Monster Reborn this guy. So this is a little cheat, but it's a funny cheat. So we already won now. This is an instant win in this particular scenario because it bounced all his cards back to his hand. We're gonna do a little bit of win more for a second for your entertainment, but just to show you that you could just keep going and going and going. If you can get away with that first turn, it's a lot easier. It's another
This
Link.
is how you get people to rage quit right here. This is exactly. They're like, oh my god. Like,
they want you to quit. So we're going to activate his effect. He switches this guy to defense mode. Now he can attack with 6,000 damage this turn. Now we're just going to link these 2 guys away to something else. like Decode Talker. For yeah, we need 2 materials. Boop. Decode Talker, no problem.
90.92.
And then we're gonna reborn 2 more monsters and climb again.
Nice.
So check this out. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
This is like maybe 10 links this turn. You know what I'm saying?
This deck is a parasite.
Yeah, so check this out. And now we're going to go back up into Regulator or whatever the fuck he's going to go. We're going to go use 1. 3 materials. We're going to use 1. It's 1 material. Pop. And we still have 1 material left. There's 8 links on the field right here.
Game over.
And then we're going to use his ability.
It's essentially the equivalent to 5,000.
Copy Decode Talker on the graveyard. So now they both have more than enough attack.
Dear Lord.
So I didn't even need Boral Sword's ability.
What in the world, dude? That's crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So the answer is probably yes, that you can make a bad character good. You just probably gotta like lean into their one most like this is a glass cannon. So right, if they don't kill me in the first turn, I might be able to get enough momentum to pull off some bullshit. But if they have like a lot of, I feel like if they're one of the top-ish decks like right now, like if they played the last YCS event or anything like that, we might have some issues. But let's go ahead and actually just take it online, see what we can do with it against people.
This is very interesting.
So let's see, this Turbo Duel event. What if I don't want to do the Turbo Duel event?
I like the idea of the...
This guy, it's gonna make us do a Turbo Duel event anyway.
I like the idea of the science project here, you know?
Yeah, man.
Just
what we got to do.
Just to see what will happen.
Yeah, because like a lot of people are afraid to like test a deck live, but this is the best way to do it, man. Because this is exactly how, because this is how tournaments are. Yeah.
There's like this unspoken shame that you feel when you lose to somebody online.
That's
like,
absolutely
true.
It'll
bruise you for a while, and you'll be like, I don't know if I want to do it. I'll give it a break for a day or two. You know?
So it's gonna make me do this little test event to get into the event, probably. Or it gave me someone's really awful deck. What is going on here? Someone's can attack directly. What is this? This is an awful deck. What's going on? All right, so
what's going on with us being on a race car track?
So this is what's going on right now is called a Turbo Duel, and it's usually like if you're on the dual motorcycle from 5Ds.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah. So right now they're doing a live event apparently that it's all 5Ds based. So I don't know what's going on with my guy over there, but I have started with either a character or a deck that I have not registered for the event because I'm looking at this right now, and this is not right. This ain't right.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, this is definitely like an event deck.
We did not make it our main deck before we entered the event.
Yeah, because I was just trying to go online to duel some online folks, but that's all right. We'll get through whatever's going on here. This guy's just thinking about his whole fucking life right now. Like he doesn't know what's going on. He's been on turn 2 for about 48 minutes. I don't know, an ADHD time at least.
Like we're literally traveling right now, so like what's taking so long, bro?
Yeah.
There we go.
All that just to pick you. You finally picked you out of 5 cards. You finally picked the one you want to put.
Are you sure you want to put that one down? You don't want to pick it up and put another one down? Are you sure?
He's still choosing.
Your little hourglass is doing a lot of turning. Okay, here we go.
Maybe it's just the speed of the road making me feel like
Dude,
he's slower than he is.
I'm not gonna lie, this is so disorienting, and I'm a robot, so you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are just kind of chained to my radiator, so I can't really do much about that.
But at least the radiator is relatively stationary for me.
Yeah. Bro, pick the monster you want to special summon. Make your synchro nonsense and let's go.
Dude, stop taking a poo on your phone with your crappy internet and trying to duel people online, man. No, dude.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Took him forever to think about that.
There we go. Okay.
He was going to play every card in his hand anyway, and it took him forever to figure out how to play every card.
So
come on, bud.
Summoning. What are we doing here? I knew it was
Turbo. Yeah. The moment he put this guy down, I was like, dude, come on now.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I essentially knew the moment I picked up the cards, I was like, I'm going to have to take an L on this one right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're doing pretty good for somebody, like, you know.
Let's see, what you got? There's no face up my board. Destroy this. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of self-sabotage, but...
What do I got? 3,700. Can I just commit a little self-deletion here? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
I like that. That was good.
Activate EX skill. I don't know what the hell this is, but let's do whatever it is. Level 4 monster in your hand that can play the selected monster. Draw 2 cards. No, but I can do that. Whatever. Let's go. I got a tuner. Nope. 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 This is all garbage. But that's alright. We're just going to keep running into them. We'll see if we can just...
This deck is basura.
Yeah. We'll attack the one little monster and see if he'll, like, mirror force it or something. Ah! How did we call the exact card?
Nice,
What's up?
dude.
Yeah.
Good
Alright, cool.
call.
So there you go. There you go. Alright, now just end this shit in one turn. Don't play around too long.
Let's go. Come on.
Like,
Bring
let's
what
go.
you got, bro. Give me a good death so I can enter Valhalla.
Yeah. Shit, I might have to hit the rage quit button myself. Like, for real.
That would be kind of funny if... yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Come on.
I'm just so impatient because I just want to start a new duel.
Yeah,
I don't like scooping on
because,
people,
like,
but at the
literally,
same time...
I watch you put together these puzzles with these cards, and when you see someone taking a million years, it's kind of like, come on, bro, like, do you play this deck, or, you know, is this a one-off? You just kind of did what I did and have an accident. We have 2 accidental decks playing each other right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It looks like he's...
You got a little fat
So what
boy
I'll
on the
do,
field.
if I want to know if someone's playing a real deck, is I look at the extra deck count.
Right.
And if it's like 10 or something, 10 or 11, I'm like, okay, you've definitely put some time into this one.
Okay.
If they've got... It's not always like sleeves and a mat. Sometimes that's just your progress in the game itself.
Right, for sure.
But if it's like the character with the right skill for the archetype, so he's playing like Stardust Dragon and he's a Yusei, so that means that he's probably playing the correct character with the correct deck for the most part. If anything, if I'm being honest, what that probably was him going easy.
Yeah.
Not if I had to guess, not even because like he was going slow, yeah, but compared to what the capacity of the deck that I know, I lost and went rank up. All right,
Sweet.
whatever.
Take a win.
Well, I'll take it, I guess. And
Take
20
one.
gems, you just paid me to get kicked in the dick, I guess. Like, to use your shitty deck.
Nice.
Oh my god, yeah. So let's change out the deck. What was that nonsense? Let's pick. Oh, it won't let me use some of the Vrain's decks. It won't let me use the Gore's deck. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the PvP area. Get the fuck out of my face. Go to the PvP area. And see if we can go to just the normal ranked duels. Why is it making me use Primo? What the hell? I don't want to use Primo, sir.
He said, I don't want to use my cousin.
Yeah, this is weird. This is super weird. Hold up.
I'll explain. Primo is cousin in Spanish.
Ah. It's being weird. There we go. Okay. Now.
Yeah, there we go. That's what
Jesus
we want
Christ.
to see.
Okay, so now we're going to use the actual deck we wanted to test. Going to set the character and copy the deck. Okay, whatever. Oh, we don't got to do all that. Okay, so it should be good. Let's hop into the event now. See if this fucking works.
Oh, that's part of the event, is that you have to start with that deck. You have to start with the Primo deck.
Probably for that event, yeah. But ranked duels usually will let you go separately.
Just whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now I know the difference.
Yeah. Because I'll always do like an event right next to the ranked duels, so if you just want to climb the ranks. So I intentionally kind of like left my ranked duels alone for a week or two so that it would drop down, so I could climb the ranks. This guy's name is Vietnam. What the hell, bro?
Vietnam. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's an old reference, but still a good... It's an old code, but a good code.
1. If we get any other Gyoki, we got a 2. We got a 3. Nice. He's gonna outpace this. Let's find out. Let's find out. But good guess. But if we can get to a Link 4 toolbox, basically the whole thing with this one is if you can get past your first 2 turns, I feel like
Oh
you're
wow,
good.
it's got nice card covers.
Yeah,
I've
buddy.
noticed this. There are a couple different kind of players. There's players who go minimal and they don't care about the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll play really good and kind of kick some can. But then you have the fancy players, and I always kind of question whether or not they're going to be good. Sometimes they really are. It doesn't matter if they're fancy; they're still really good.
Right.
But most often than not, when I duel people and they have the stupid fancy stuff, they don't do so well, or they're rage quitters. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
You got 2 minutes.
Alright, cool.
But make it count.
So he was taking forever to respond to let me play some cards. So let's see what he got. Response. Anything but nothing. Alright, so we're gonna go. I say we can go get rid of this for all Mirage, or we can use this guy because he needs 2 effect monsters. We're gonna use this guy first, so I can use the other guy later if I get tokens. Put him down there. Okay, so next we gotta be able to put down 1 more. So we need the field spell and a spell. Or we'll just take rematch and go for... So if you go headbat, you got no Gyoki on the field. All of these are here, so that's not that great. Because it's like if you have one, you can complete it by grabbing the other one. But that's alright. Alright, we're just going to take this one. There ain't too many choices to make. It's like you're either going to win or lose, so you kind of have to...
It's that glass cannon reference.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was meaning by the glass cannon. So you'll either draw the right things to pile it on or not. But that's okay.
This is usually how it goes. As soon as you try to take the glass cannon into battle, all of a sudden it wants to shatter. But that's okay. We'll shatter a couple times. We'll give it
That's okay. I kind of like the process to see like what's...
We'll go, best of 10 or something.
Well, I'm gonna climb the rank. I'm gonna see if I can actually like get past the rank I'm at and climb up out of the bronze rank with this. So I might lose like 10,
cool
and then
milestone.
and then I might lose a few, but I'll win enough to hopefully like prove that the deck itself has the ability to climb the rank if you put the time into it. So like he just let this survive. That might be his biggest mistake. I don't know. Let's find out. So first, let's drop this dude down.
This time on Dragon Ball Z.
Then we're going to activate Copy Knight. Copy Knight turns us into a Gyoki, so this means we'll be able to go for a bigger monster. He has to negate this. Oh boy. Alright, so not negating that. Alright. I'm curious what he's got face down at this point. He's saving it. He's saving it like it's sacked lunch, dude. So let's let's take...
That was a good one.
Actually, wait. So we go... Yes, let's do this. Let's play a little trick on him and see if we can bait him out. Because I'll get the cards I want anyway. Because now I have 2 Gyokis in the graveyard, which is what I needed. It's a Twist Cobra. You want to negate it? We'll pay some life points to negate it.
Response.
Response.
No response.
So now let's see what he's got. And we're going to activate this guy.
What is he doing here?
Gonna bounce his card back to his hand.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yep, so now it goes back. So then we're going to go for using a rematch, so we get 2 Gyokis back. Get Outstretch.
I got this weird itch. It feels like a rage quit.
That would be funny.
I got the rage itch quit. The rage quit itch.
So what I'm going to do is go for... Oh man, that's tempting. So Boral Sword or Borreload. Borreload will take control of a monster. Boral Sword. This could pop cards before they come out. So let's do this. Let's turn the bugs into materials for the big guy. Right? And we'll see if he's going to take the bait. Karma Cut, that's what it is. So he's got to discard a card, then he can banish that card. Yeah.
It's called fishing. I got to get you a fishing, fishing slide for this specific thing.
Yeah. So we got...
bait them. And when they fall for the bait,
now we're going to go for our actual Gyoki monster that we really want to play. It's going to be Jet Ogre. Yeah, buddy. And then we get to activate the effect of Outstretch, taking our field spell, getting a free revive. So now we're going to play our field spell. Now we're going to activate the effect of this to destroy the field spell.
Nice.
Get the free revive. We're going to take this dude. Going to play him.
On turn 4. This is fucking great.
So check this out. Now we're going to go for doing this. Let's go ahead and go for our Great Ogre.
He's just like letting you do whatever.
He don't got a choice now.
Wow, this is total violation right now. He's getting violated.
His only real chance is that if whatever he has...
Dun, dun, dun,
yes.
dun, dun,
So I'm going to activate my skill, which prevents him from destroying the Great Ogre. And the Great Ogre is going to attack, and hopefully I can use this guy. Okay, don't need to. He didn't have nothing. He didn't have squat. That's crazy. So he's got a... So every monster he summons is going to lose attack equal to its defense now. So this isn't like the greatest thing ever, but your skill protects him for a turn. So it kind of helps. And then you can climb into your Link 4. So see, he just dropped his whole attack down. Ah, sad. Yeah. That's about it. That's what I was talking about. That's about it. That's all you got. So if you can... Usually you can take his effect, and it'll give you an extra 500 attack if you attack on a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So you go 300 up. So we can go 1, 2.
This is interesting as shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this is very interesting.
So he couldn't attack me, so that's kind of interesting. So let's go 1 and go here with this guy.
I see you, sir, and I accept your challenge.
Gonna play this here. Gonna use Spirit Hug to reduce his attack, so now he has to summon out his actual blue eyes, and if he can't, that's fine. Bear Tug can attack and destroy the blue eyes, so let's do that. We're gonna do this so he can't activate his effects, and I go up by 500 attack. That's a win.
Nice job, dude. Nice
That's a win.
job. That was a good one.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Dude, very good. Very honorable.
Yeah.
I dig it.
At least he stuck around, man. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
so,
man, you're not gonna lie. I felt like, with everything that you had going on.
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
There was a bit of impatience growing, you know what I mean?
It's kind of crazy.
Sometimes it's the impatience that will win you the duel, you
Yeah.
know?
We're gonna just keep mashing them out for a second to see how many we can get.
Like, that was pretty good. I mean, that was first one with the new deck, right? The first one with the actual deck.
Well, I did a couple against the bots. Oh man, oh lord, we're gonna face my own self here.
Oh, it had to be this way, Mikey.
Yeah.
It had to be
Winning,
this
you'll
way.
gain a rank. I'm not winning, but I'll gain a rank maybe. So if he's gonna go Yuma Astral, the only way I've got out of that, I don't think Gyoki has a good counter to Yuma Astral. I mean, you might, but the amount of monster effect negates in here. So I want to say like this deck's biggest weakness is like effect Valor and stuff that just flat out negates a monster effect. But we'll see what he does. He might play it poorly, might play it good. But at this point, I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. He only has Zexal Ultimate Unite, so he doesn't have
The way you play it.
he doesn't have the exact way that we were playing it
We did
before.
throw double out. I wonder if that means
He's gonna go to Leo.
Is he going
yeah.
to Leo?
He's gonna go Leo. If he doesn't go Leo, he's fucking stupid. But like he's got to. Leo's your first turn. Utopia Ray Victory's your second turn guy.
Right.
So like, you definitely want to go Leo here. There you go.
Ray, yeah. I guess Ray works, yeah.
Yeah, this is Leo Utopia Ray. And so he's going to negate a monster effect return per ZWs, and or if he does have his other horse guy or whatever the hell, the Pegasus guy. Twin Saber or whatever hell's.
Yeah, it's funny. I do this all the time to people.
So he's got one. He's going to have one more.
One time I got, I think it was Ray Victory. I think I got Ray Victory up to like 14,000 attack.
Yes.
So yeah, dude, it's totally possible.
So let me see here.
It's definitely a one and done if you can't build up a good enough wall.
So I got a 1, a 2. Okay, let's Let's see if we can do some weird shit. Okay,
Right.
so
I mean, we are experimenting, so
yeah, this
for
is
experiment's sake.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna see if we're gonna bait out one negate. We're gonna try to get him to negate one monster effect. Wow.
That was easy as shit, bro. That was a bluegill. He was a sunfish. He just took the
He
worm
doesn't
instantly.
even do anything.
Wow.
So
Okay.
this was stupid.
All right.
Alright, cool. So he doesn't even have anybody in his back row that makes him non-targeting or nothing like that. So let's go ahead and drop this dude onto the field. He's going to gain attack. We're going to go here. That gives us 2 monsters. We're going to activate this. We're going to go into... let's go Jet Ogre. We're gonna activate Gyoki Rematch. I'm not even there yet. The game's not going fast enough. So then we're gonna get Gyoki Rematch, and then
Shout out to the 6 people sticking around for the.
yeah,
entertainment
absolutely,
right now.
yeah, absolutely. So
We
check
love
this
you
shit
guys.
out.
Thank you.
We're immediately gonna go for this nonsense. We're gonna go Gyoki Rematch. We're gonna take one of the field spells. We're gonna hit him with the rematch. We're going to revive 2 of the Gyokis that we didn't use this turn. So, whoever's namesake I didn't use this turn. I think... I don't remember. I don't remember which order. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to spawn out these 2. And we're going to turn them.
You know,
to this guy.
I'm kind of on the edge of my seat here because if you can beat the mechanism, the machine that you always use, this will be kind of funny in a weird way. Like, not only is it good, but it beat the thing that you always use.
Yeah, if this beats Utopia, I feel like that'll be fairly impressive to most people, but check this out. Goodbye.
Yeah, baby.
Is he gonna rage quit? You gonna rage quit? You gonna quit?
What are we gonna do? What are
You
we
gonna go
do?
home
What are we
crying to
gonna
mommy? No, play. Stupid. So guess what
you
though?
gonna do? What you
Guess
gonna
what?
do?
We're gonna win more a little bit. See if he wants to rage quit.
Yeah,
Gonna go. Let's go a little further,
Let's
kids.
see if he can be more predictable than he has already been.
So we're gonna special summon Twist Cobra back. We're gonna go Twist Cobra. You bastard. Alright, so now we got 4, so we're gonna link into a
He
4.
knows dude, he knows he's so screwed, dude.
He's
I
so
know
cooked.
screwed. He's got nothing unless he's got hand traps.
You have to have like Rainbow Karibo to get out of this nonsense. And if it's that specific, I'm not mad. Like, cause I got rid of the big Utopia. I feel
Right.
good. I feel clean.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use
Like,
Jet
I would
Ogre.
say you more than proved your point about it. You know what I mean?
And now we're gonna go to take a Jet Ogre's attack,
there
and
we
it's
go.
gonna be a 4,000 hit kill.
Game.
Alright, so what? Is it a rage
Rage
quit?
quit.
Is it a rage quit? He couldn't just take the damn
Rage
damage.
quit.
Is he
You
gonna
got
do
all
it?
the way to the end just to quit. Let's see.
People be doing this shit, man. I swear to God. It's like, come on, man. Just eat the damage and get the points for actually participating.
Well,
Did he
well,
rage
wait.
quit? He motherfucking
Rage
rage
quit.
quit. Motherfucking get out of here. Get the fuck up on out of here. We don't need you in
Rage
here.
quit.
Yeah.
Rage quit.
Yeah. Stupid. That's funny though. Like, I always find it like the best if someone just decides, you know what, I'm done. That's the reason I play decks that I don't normally play, so I know how they work,
Right.
so I can pick them apart. I know exactly the only way to take them apart.
I'm impressed right now because, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I am one of those people who will pull out Leo Ray or whatever, Victory, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So to see this, we're just gonna see what's gonna happen, and just totally smoke that deck, bro. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you guys haven't seen that, if you haven't seen some Devil Artemis, dude, that is an inside joke that is hardcore as shit around there.
Shout out to Devil.
So yeah, so shout out to some Devil Artemis and some Zarbon jokes. He said, I heard that too many times, dude. Alright guys, we're having a good time here, but we're going to go to a little 5-minute break here for you guys, and we'll be right back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Neo.
graduated, I've completed my dual disc bow. Now let me show you how this thing works. It's pretty simple mechanism to slide these in, put the string back. Next, I've got this pretty unique deck box that we're going to pop off the lid. Then there's a slide system on the dual disc itself to allow us to slide in the deck box. And now we've got our deck and graveyard attached. And just like that, it's ready to duel with. And you can draw cards, play them on each of the zones with no issues. And you can see that my zones, the cards won't fall off. Everything is super durable. Got 2 monster zones, field spell zone, deck, graveyard, more monster zones, and of course banishment underneath. And just one last time, let's go from dueling mode into bow mode.
So I've been getting asked a lot of questions about the functionality of the sword dual disc. Now here's the thing. A lot of people are saying that you won't be able to hold a hand because normally a dual disc is mounted on your arm and you can hold your cards with this hand. But I thought of a solution for this really simply, and it's just that when you draw there's a slot right here that can hold the cards. You can barely even see it. It's so thin and small you can't even see it. And it's basically just a little spot right there that can actually hold the cards pretty well. You can shake it around, kind of holding them pretty good. And the more cards you have, the better it actually holds them. So you can see I'm shaking the dual disc. They're not falling out. It's going upside down. They're not falling out. So that's what you got to do. If you want to make a dual disc where you're going to use it with a handle-like system, just make a little spot where you can set your cards so that when you want to actually play, let's say I wanted to duel this guy, I could set one card down, then play this card. Super simple, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
I've created a new dual disc that will completely change how we play the game. Go! Neo Summon!
Is this what you made me?
Get my duelist back! Destroy your master!
guys, I'm finishing up my dual disc design to have the biomechanical arm look, and I'm going to say this is actually one of the coolest dual discs I've made so far. And honestly, the weight distribution is perfect, as you don't have that weird thing on the bottom of your wrist with this one. You can actually see this is just a glove I built to go with it to make it look cooler, but for the most part, the entire dual disc is actually held on the top of my arm, and all the weight is sitting up top. So we've got all of our main monster zones, all of our spell and trap zones. Got some light trimming to do on the bolts down here. We've got a clip for our field spell to be slid in, deck zone, graveyard zone, and this is probably one of the coolest parts, is you can actually take your phone and mount it into the dual disc itself, and now you've got a life point counter, and you've got Master Duel that you can hook up to this. And guys, I even got something extra special I'm going to share with you later, which is some XR glasses that can be hooked up to one of my personal dual discs, and I'll show you that later on the channel. Subscribe if you want to see it.
Never reminded, never taken.
I've created a new dual disc that will completely change how we play the game. Go. Neo Summon.
Making emotion painful and so tell me, is this what you made me?
I'm gonna take you down, get my dual disc back. Destroy